You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy. You can say I'm weak.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cornea Impression. It's a new day and we are driving and reviewing a brand new car. This is the BMW M440i. Let's deal with the elephant in the room. The looks of the car and the brand new BMW kidney grille, which BMW thinks looks spectacular. Now, looks are always subjective and there's a bunch of people who will love it, some will hate it and some will be in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle because as per me, this can look good or acceptable in certain color combinations and trim levels, but can look certainly hideous in certain trim levels. So this particular trim level I think looks pretty cool. I like the maroon and I like the matte grey look going on over here. Now if you buy the M cars, you can even get them in glossy black, but chrome is a no-go on this. Now if you're in Europe, you can actually mount your number plate over here, so splitting the kidney grille into two parts, which makes it even more acceptable. The M cars, the entire front end is functional for aero and cooling. In the regular cars, it's halfway covered. As you can see, there's black plastic over here and the air goes below this underneath. But all of this is functional aero, including the side vents over here. Personally, I love the narrow headlights and it has the twin eyes, which is identifiable as a BMW. So when you see this car behind you in the night specifically, you know it is a BMW, which is a good identifying feature. I think they're pretty cool looking. I also like the notch over here, making it look very aggressive. Another interesting or cool bit about this car is the matte grey finishing over here, which carries on all over the car, on the sides, on the back and all the badging. I think this is something that you should definitely spec on your car because it kind of looks cool. And why not? You're buying a cool car, so why not give it all the bells and whistles to make it look nice. Let's talk about the sides. Now this is clearly identifiable as the Grand Coupe because we are used to seeing the 6 Series as the Grand Coupe. That doesn't exist anymore. So we have the 4 Series Grand Coupe and it's got a very nice handsome profile, side profile, and it looks very sporty, very dynamic. It has the M Sport body kit, so obviously it has the M badging here. Oh yeah, it has M badging on the brake calipers. Definitely need that BMW M everywhere. Let's talk about the rear. This has a widened rear from the M cars. So the M440i is wider than the regular 4 Series. Obviously, because it's an M car, you have the M440i badging in that sweet matte grey color and the X-Drive badge over here. That means it's all-wheel drive. X-Drive in BMW speak means all-wheel drive. You have a diffuser over here and a nice chunky exhaust system, which looks very handsome. Now the tail lights over here kind of remind me of the Audi A1. BMW, why? Why would you take something from the Audi A1 or which looks like something from the Audi A1? Because this is the Grand Coupe, it has a hatchback boot with a lip spoiler over here. So when you open the boot, it goes up all the way. So again, a hatchback style. Also, this is not functional. So this is just plastic cladding over here. There's no functional aero going on over here. All in all, a very handsome looking rear. BMWs are always known for their performance. It's known as a performance brand. And when you have the M440i, you have to pay attention to how the car performs. So, what do you guys think? Is it a stellar performance? Is it average, or is it good, or not so at all? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. But I have to tell you one thing. The engine note is pretty sweet. It's kind of muffled and constrained, but filters through the cabin and you enjoy it. It's a nice little rumble with a nice little rasp. And when the car downshifts, it gives you that small overrun and when it accelerates and changes gears as well, it gives you a nice sound. So BMW got the engine sound spot on. There's a nice little boom sound coming from the engine when you accelerate and it changes gears in Sport Plus mode. The BMW 420 and 430 get a 4-cylinder 2-liter turbocharged engine. The 440i gets the bigger inline 6-cylinder engine producing 374 horsepower. It's mated to an 8-speed transmission and does 0 to 100 in 4.8 seconds. And the 0 to 100 time is impressive. But what is even more impressive is how it carries the speed beyond 120 kilometers per hour. You really have to pay attention to see what speed you're doing because this car keeps on pulling. And that's the charm of this engine. It's so potent that you feel the urge, you feel the need for speed, you feel like pushing it and keep going. Especially to keep hearing that beautiful engine note. And you hate it when there's people in front of you blocking you. Yeah, like I said, you hit 120 very quickly. You can hear that audible chime at 120 kilometers plus. Very capable, very potent car and super impressive straight line performance. I know you guys want to know about the handling of this car. Let me tell you that the 440i handles like a dream. Why do I say that? Well, I'll explain to you. Now, when you drive the M cars from BMW, especially the competition series on road every day, I find them extremely stiff. I find them extremely uncomfortable to drive on the road. Yes, for track purposes, they are perfect because the suspension is designed to give you that kind of performance. But when you use it on daily driving on regular roads, it gets very uncomfortable. And especially if you have back issues, you're going to be like, why am I sitting in this car? But cut to the 440i, the suspension is soft enough to give you enough pleasure, at the same time enough performance. So it makes daily driving fun, easy and comfortable at the same time. So there's one interesting thing you guys need to know about this car. This is the M440i. That means it has the M Sport pack. That means it comes with an M Sport steering wheel. Now, because it comes with an M Sport steering wheel, this has a nice big chunky steering wheel over here. Now, this is so big and chunky that my smallish palms don't wrap around it completely. They do, but it's like a struggle. And then they struggle to reach out and press the paddle shifters as well. So I don't end up using the paddle shifters. I just leave the car on auto. Otherwise, what I can do is I can use this well-designed gear lever that they have over here down to drive it and engage the gearbox, which I actually enjoy doing from this rather than the paddle shifters because this is well designed and fits my small palm, whereas this is a bit of a trouble. Now, coming to the feedback, the steering is nice and heavy. It provides you with enough heft and it's very sharp. So the second you turn, the car will dart in and out. What it doesn't do is it does not give you enough feedback from what's happening with the tires, and that kind of is weird because you kind of expect that from an M440i. The 440i also comes with a host of driver assistance and safety features: lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, 3D navigation, 3D parking, gesture control, which I mean is a great feature but kind of takes used to, or kind of you need to learn it, and I don't know if you have the patience to learn it or no, but it kind of works once you get used to it. But you have to get used to it. You have to make an effort to learn which gesture works for what. I forgot to mention to you guys that this is also a mild hybrid engine. I just realized that. Now, because this is the M440i, that means it is the performance version in the 4 Series. Just below the M cars, it comes with a specifically designed M Sport suspension. It comes with other cosmetic M badges and small things that really make the car stand out, which I will take you through when we talk about the interiors. It also has brakes from the M Sport division. That means better braking performance, especially when you're handling track days or when you're dealing with random people on a zebra crossing. It's time to talk about the interiors of the car now. and take you through those small quirky bits that make this car stand out over the regular 4 Series. Now, driving position wise, it's a great place to be at. Great all-round visibility, steering is placed nicely, you have good access to the pedals, ergonomics are great. So driving position wise, it's pretty perfect, but I'm not happy with the materials BMW has chosen to put in this car. Now the leather in this is Fox leather, that means it's man-made leather, and I'm not a fan of this print graphic, whatever this is, on the dashboard and on the center console. I'm also not happy with the way this plastic feels. Feels very cheap for such an expensive car. Feels very cheap for a BMW in my opinion. So all in all, I'm not happy with the quality of materials used on the car. What I'm happy with is these knee pads over here, which when you rest your knee, it kind of helps and supports your knee to relax, which is a very good touch. I like the way the seats are designed. They're very supportive, very comfortable, electric, adjustable in multiple ways. I love the contrast stitching on the seats and on the interiors, and on the door panels and on the door pads. I love the M colors on the seat, very nice little touch. M color on the carpet as well, and the M colors on the seat belt. It has LED lights inside, so lot of small touches. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Harman Kardon surround system. Car comes fully loaded. Obviously touchscreen with gesture control and 3D maps. Steering wheel has all the buttons and controls, again easy to use. Nice chunky gear lever, so you kind of enjoy using that. But again, I'm not very happy with the quality of plastics in this car. Now the door is nice and chunky, but the handle kind of feels hollow, so I don't know, kind of feels I will pull it and it will come out in my hand. I feel that, and I'm not that strong of a guy. One cool thing you need to know about BMW is the entire digital cluster over here is in red. It's always orangish reddish, and you know why is that? Well, because that is when you're driving in the night and you look down at the display and you look up, you don't get blinded by this display. The red is what suits the eye to look at in the night. That's why military submarines or naval submarines and naval ships have red inside in the dark, so that your eyes can adjust to the light and to darkness easily, quickly and instantaneously. Now I'm an average height guy, so when I get in and out of the 4 Series, it's okay. But anybody who's taller than me is definitely going to bang their head on the low roof. Rear seat comfort is good enough, but don't expect to sit 5 people, because then it's going to get very crowded, especially for your shoulder room. All in all, it's not a bad place to be. Visibility is okay, other than the headroom. That's pretty much it. So, is it a car for a family? Yes, a young family definitely can go for it. A young couple, even better. This is probably the perfect car for a young couple or a teenager with a lot of cash. Now, should you buy the 4 Series? That is the $1 million question. Or well, that is a question worth $75,000 or 275,000 dirhams to be precise. If you're in India, the car is priced at around 70 lakh rupees. Coming back to the original question, should you buy it? Well, can you get over the looks? And can you get over the shortcomings in the interior? Personally, I can, because it drives so well. It drives like a BMW. It drives aggressively and gives you the performance that you desire. So yes, I can overcome the shortcomings and overlook the shortcomings and accept this car for what it is, and definitely will enjoy driving it. So yes, if you want something potent, power, sexy looking and enjoyable, go for the BMW 440i. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.